Lost my net worth in 3 days. I invested into crypto around 3 years ago from now, so 2021, early 2021. The method was I just invested my student finance and I put it in lots of different altcoins. I actually started off investing into stocks, but then eventually I transitioned into crypto. At the start, I was really bad at investing because I wouldn't even know the coins. So I was just listening to like calls on Twitter and some of my boys what they were telling me to buy. Eventually, I started understanding more and more, and that's when the money started being made. So I actually came across a coin called Terra Luna, which I think was around $6 when I actually got it first time. At June 2021 to around November 2021, it went from like, I remember $6 to like 120 at the top. Cool. What I did is I rode it all the way to 120. That was calm. I was chilling. Bear in mind that I invested my student finance into it, so I was baking. Don't be emotionally attached to your investments. So it gets to around, I think, May time 2022. I actually have uni exams at this point. I realized quickly that Luna had dropped quite a lot. So it went from like 120 to like $90 in a day. So that's pretty normal. So you tend to see like it being very volatile, fluctuations happen all the time, pretty normal. Next day comes by, I check the coin again, I check the price. I saw it was $70. At this point, I was a bit confused, man. This is quite common. So you see like 20% retracements. Bear in mind the market wasn't doing too well anyway. So I was like, okay, cool, it's just catching up with the market. It'll bounce back. So I had another exam the next day as well. So I'm like, cool, let me just prepare for that. Everything was okay. The exam went well. Look at my portfolio again. Dropped to like $20. At this point, I was shook. I was so shook. Normally, I would just sell the token. But the problem is I had it staked. It's basically when you put your coins into like a pool and then you're able to get like a monthly return on your investment. That's the main reason why I had it all staked. Problem was I couldn't unstake my tokens for the next 14 to 21 days. I forgot which one it was. So I can see the coins going from 120 to 100 to 70 to 20 within 2 to 3 days, and I can't do anything about it. I was head lost. My head was gone. Funny because this was the day before my hardest exam was econometrics exam. The man that do econ, they know what I'm talking about. The day before the econometrics exam, it went from $20 to 5 cents. It was brazy. I feel I'm in a much better position now compared to when I was before. But that's why it's important to learn from your mistakes.
Today we're going to be going through crypto and how some people lost money. In terms of crypto, that's something that I was once involved, which was back in 2017. I had invested in Bitcoin. Let's just say that I ended up losing money and I pulled out when it started to lose value. So today's video will gonna be focused on crypto in terms of how people lost money, and there's a couple of crypto scams that are focused on the elderly. And as always, let's get on with it.
I've really beaten myself up quite a bit about this. I'm re-experiencing the feelings from that night.
A Charlotte man says he lost more than $1 million in a cryptocurrency scam, and it all started with a fraudulent phone call. The lessons he learned through this are applicable to all of us, whether we are in the cryptocurrency market or not. First of all, don't accept phone calls from numbers you don't know, even if that person knows information about you, has your full name or any other private information. That does not mean it's legitimate. Hang up and verify before giving away any information. Also, never give away passwords, whether it's a seed phrase in the case of cryptocurrency or just any password. That is meant for you so that you can recover your account. It's not meant for anyone else, so never give that away. Those are just a couple of the steps that you can take.
Scams, there's always going to be scams. And in terms of crypto, I think that's the commodity that a lot of people want, and even scammers, they really love crypto because this is something that's very hard to track. It's not easily tracked as transactions that happens through the bank. Those ones, they can easily be tracked, and you find that the potential scammers can easily be found. But when they're working with crypto, that's something that they know that they have a better chance. If they scam someone, they have a better chance of not being found and escaping without a trace. So in terms of crypto, what you should know about crypto is that this is a very volatile environment that you are in, and you need to know in terms of what you're doing, and you need to always stay vigilant so that you don't get scammed.
Telling me how she had $10 million in her crypto account. She showed me where she had traded $3 million and got $1 million. And this happens like in 5 minutes.
Tina said her aunt at Morgan Stanley would tell them when to trade. She guided him to wire money from his bank to Coinbase to crypto.com. They practiced with play money at first. then small amounts.
She'd say, we need to prepare. Open your on-chain and send me a screenshot. And she would show me on the screenshot which one to click. It looked like the money was coming in large amounts. She kept trying to get me to put more money into this account because it could get like 50% return.
So he tapped his $1 million IRA account, putting in $500,000 at first. Then days later, another $500,000. It wiped out his retirement savings. But it appeared his $1 million had grown to $2.4 million. Tina said, put in more.
She wanted me to get money out of my house, money for my kids, anywhere I could get it, friends, relatives.
Banks turned him down for loans, so he asked his stepdaughter for money.
I said, Megan, you don't have a couple $100,000 you'd be able to throw in this if you knew you could make a profit of it, right? She goes, Larry, this is a scam. This is a scam. And she started crying.
Frantically, he and Megan tried to pull money out of the crypto account.
But there's no money. It gives you this window.
It wasn't there. He just lost $1 million, all of his retirement. And worse, he may have to pay $400,000 in taxes.
I think what a lot of people have to learn is that when something seems to be too good to be true, it probably is. A lot of us had to learn in the worst way that there's no such thing as get rich scheme. So let me tell you a story time. So this is something that happened to me many years ago when I was still young. There was these scams that used to be run by people mostly on Facebook. They would say that you need to give us this certain amount of money, and after 30 days, we'll give you triple that money. So what happened is that a couple of years before, there was a similar scam, almost like a pyramid scam, where people would put money and that money would double daily. Then a lot of people who invested that money initially, they got their money, and that's how you put people in. And the people who went late, they got scammed. So I thought on that one that no, since it's just starting, I'm probably gonna get my money. And guess what I did? I took all the money that I had. At the time I was still a student and I was broke. I hardly had any money. I took all the money and I put it in that account. And guess what happened? I got scammed because I wanted quick and easy money. And in this world, there's a few things that will allow you to have a quick and easy money. One is if you win the lottery. Two, if you get lucky, maybe in the crypto and you invest at the right time and you get a lot of money and you pull out. If you pulled out and you make profit. Other than that, you're probably gonna get scammed. It's not so easy to get free money, which this elderly man had to learn. And anything, let's say that someone knows how to make $1 million in terms of how to double money. Why would someone tell you the secret to making money, whereas they can do it themselves? I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are millionaires, billionaires, who are making money in very shady ways or very legitimate ways, but they never share that information. So if someone has such thing, you need to ask yourself in terms of what's the catch, which unfortunately this guy, he fell to be the victim. So I think that's a lesson that don't trust anyone, especially someone that you don't know with your money, because eventually you.
I lost almost $1 million today. And it's because of this little joke right here. It was $6 yesterday, and now it's 60 cents. Yes, as you can see, it's down 90% or so in just a few hours. And at this point, I'll just hold on. I mean, I'm already down so much, might as well go down to the ground or right back up. I don't know. This is one of those situations where there's no good option, all right? I don't want to sell the 90% loss, but just because something's gone down 90% doesn't mean it can't go down another 99. Just take a look at Luna. But I'm also not so convinced it's going to go back up that I'm going to try a double down here and buy the dip, right? So I think my best course of action is either take my loss, being down 90% in a day on my bag, or double down, both of which don't sound nice.
Hey everyone, today I want to share my personal experience with a crypto scam that cost me a whopping 27,000 USD. It all started with a seemingly innocent Bitcoin giveaway. I came across a promotional post on social media claiming that I could win free Bitcoin. Like many others, I was intrigued and excited about the possibility of free money, but little did I know that this was just the beginning of a nightmare. When I clicked on the link for the giveaway, I was redirected to a site that looked professional and legitimate. The visuals were appealing, and I thought, this has to be real. However, my excitement quickly turned into confusion when I was asked to complete a verification process before receiving my Bitcoin. This so-called verification included making a payment to prove that my account was legitimate. At that moment, something felt off, but I was blinded by the temptation of receiving free Bitcoin. After making the payment, I waited in anticipation, convinced that I was going to receive my Bitcoin. But as hours turned into days, it became painfully clear that I had fallen victim to a scam. The website disappeared, and I was left with nothing but a significant financial loss and a heavy heart. It was a tough lesson to learn, and I felt embarrassed for being scammed. This experience taught me to always verify the authenticity of such offers before taking any action.
Like I said, there's no such thing as free money. If someone is offering free Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is the most affordable thing right now, and behind gold. I mean, there's people who set up supercomputers so that they can mine Bitcoin. So how would you think that someone would just give away Bitcoin for free? I think the lesson learned here is that if you want to be a crypto investor, you need to do a lot of research. You need to know what you're doing, and whatever money that you're using, it should be money that if you lose it, you're going to be in trouble. It should be extra money that you have and it's not allocated to anything and you are willing to lose it. You need to have that mentality that it's possible that I might lose this money. You must be prepared for that. I think if you do it in that case, it becomes a bit safer, and you can protect yourself, and you need to make sure that you don't take advice from strangers or anyone in the internet, and you trust yourself. I mean, there's ChatGPT now. You don't even need to go around looking for advice from strangers or accepting weird calls where people are going to be asking you and giving you advice. Yeah, I think that's all that I have in store for you in terms of crypto investing and how you can protect yourself. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you on the next one.